Welcome to Namibia. This is the rich country of poor people. Few people in the country, very few in number. And in the capital city, as you see here, people are standing around many corners, crossroads, begging for money, begging for food. And you can see that it's almost a very poor response that they are getting. Now and then, yes, they do get their gifts. They get some coins, they get some notes to be able to feed themselves. But as much as this is happening, as much as it is increasing, every crossroads, main crossroads, shopping malls, around the country now, every town you find beggars everywhere, increasing just as crime is increasing. And this is alarming. This is alarming by this time now. It continues to be alarming. It is an expectation from the community that the government would at least address the situation and create or refer them to a foundation, a take care home where they can be assisted. But it's not addressed at all. It's absolutely not addressed. The city of Vendo comes up with bylaws to arrest beggars on the street. According to the New Era, one of Namibia's newspaper publishers of 2018, 16 January, it's referring to, as per the city of Windhoek, that they are going to enforce bylaws to punish public begging in the city. And they regard the beggars as obstructing traffic and free movement of people, which in my view, standing up and coming up with this, is that instead of coming to a conclusion of that the beggars are obstructing traffic, it happens. I'm not in a disagreement, but did the municipality, the city of Windhoek, address the situation satisfactorily as to what options are in place to assist beggars who are truly homeless, deep in poverty, hungry, and you take this person and just want to arrest and give a fine of $500. The person does not even have something to eat. The city of Windhoek's police department says that there appears to be a link between an increase in the number of people loitering and begging in the street and the increase in house break-ins. Yes. But not everybody, not all beggars are criminals. begging for food and for money is increasing in a country like Namibia, just like in the rest of Africa. Namibia is one of the countries in Africa that is suffering the harsh paradox amidst the plenty on a continent with rich arable land but unable to feed its citizens. If you almost go around every town in Namibia, you will find people begging for food, begging for money. And in the same breath, you find the city of Windhoek is coming up with bylaws to be able to find people who are begging in the street, to find them for $500. According to the New Era, it says here that any person found sitting, standing, or lying down in public areas within the city of Windhoek in a manner that causes obstruction to traffic or hinders pedestrian movement will be liable to pay a fine of $500. But it's worse. It's getting worse, restricting people from begging, whereas there are no other means for people to get food, to get money, as those in leadership are squandering all the money that is available. This is serious. This is extremely hurting, and the nation is suffering, even by these bylaws that are being imposed against the people. Where else would the people go? If Africa as a continent, the richest continent on the globe, if Africa, listen to me carefully, if Africa, the richest continent on the globe, can be able to ask for food assistance, let's talk about food. Financial assistance is also there. If Africa can stand up and ask for food assistance, food aid from foreign countries, different countries, Western countries, Africa, that maintains Europe, because without Africa, Europe is nothing, to be honest. If Africa, the richest continent, can reach out and ask for food assistance, what is an individual on the ground? How can then governments in Africa happen to find it offensive if the citizen of the country is hungry, whereas as a continent, as a country, you go out and ask for food assistance? USA, food assistance is coming in from various different countries. It's coming in, even China. So the individual whom you are asking food for, if that food does not reach the person, because in many cases it doesn't, now this person stands on the street, beg for food, begging for food, begging for money. just to buy bread. And the government find it offensive. What government are we talking about? What happened to democracy? What are we talking about? What is the offense here? Squandering of people's money? Is that not a crime? My people, let's rebuild our Africa. On the screen, I've put some links there that you can go to that can link you to my, it may be referred to as allegations when I say that leaders are squandering people's funds. So follow those links and listen to it. That should justify my, as would be said, accusation. All right, follow the links on the screen. According to the United Nations Africa Human Development Report, it refers, if Africa stopped begging for food, 1/4 of the people in sub-Saharan Africa would not be undernourished, and 1/3 of African children would not be stunted, says Ghetto. At the moment, Africa spends more in military than on agriculture. There is the harsh paradox of suffering amidst plenty on a continent with rich, arable land, but unable to feed its citizens. Hunger and malnutrition remains pervasive on a continent with ample agricultural endowments, notes Ghetto. Africa has the knowledge, the technology, and the means to end hunger and insecurity, of which I agree. Personally, of which I agree with Tegek Network. It's a very difficult name to pronounce. A former director of the program's Africa Bureau, Tegek Network, Ghetto. Yeah, it's not an easy name to pronounce. My apologies there. I really apologize. Namibia's agricultural sector in a livestock farming, as it remains an important foreign exchange earner for Namibia, is exporting to the United States, Europe, South Africa, and China. In March 2020, Namibia became the first and only African country to export beef to the United States. Namibia is also the second African country after South Africa to meet the stringent U.S. import conditions for beef.